right, everyone, good morning from my side in Windhoek, Namibia. Welcome back to Anton's class. Today's episode is going to be a bit different, but I wanted to introduce an entire series talking about health and wellness. And in particular, I wanted to hone in on the wellness in the communities of people of color. Now, Anton's class, of course, is a safe space, a community for everyone around the world. Okay, so you're definitely welcome here. It is a judgment-free zone, and this is a community that I've created for everyone to discuss wellness and to discover their unique journey and path to wellness. I will be your guide in assisting you find what journey to wellness assists and helps you most. Part of my journey to wellness, as you know, has been relocating to Africa. I first went to Rwanda. You could go ahead and click that video up here, okay? I have tons of videos about my journey in Rwanda and why I left Rwanda. And now I'm in Namibia because Windhoek, Namibia is really helping to facilitate my journey and path to wellness and establishing my wellness practice. So let's go ahead and get into the topic of this video, okay? Which today's video is focusing in on particular on the wellness in the African community and in the African diaspora. I have noticed trends that are showing the disproportionate amounts of disparaging health outcomes in the Black community around the world. So we're talking about things like higher rates of obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, and these other preventable lifestyle diseases. And it really is striking because, again, these are preventable diseases, and there are things that we can do together to change those outcomes and introduce better ways of living and have better wellness practices. And of course, that's what I'm here for. So, number one of the things that leads to these higher outcomes of bad outcomes is comfort eating. I've noticed in our community. Now, this happens, of course, in all communities around the world. But again, I wanted to focus in on this video, particularly on what's happening, what I see happening in the African American community and in the Black community as a whole. Comfort eating and stress eating is something that happens when you're going through something tough, you're going through something challenging in life, and you decide to comfort yourself by eating these highly palatable foods. Highly palatable means foods that really stimulate your tongue and your dopamine receptors in your brain. So things like junk foods like donuts and Twinkies and candy and cake and pizza. These are all highly palatable foods. They're highly addictive foods, and they really increase your likelihood of putting on weight, increasing your blood pressure, and your likelihood of getting diabetes. And as people of color living in the West, sometimes there are added levels of stress, okay? As we all know, being a person of color living in the United States, you have to deal with racism, microaggressions, inequality, unequal access to healthcare, and food deserts. All of these things increase your likelihood of consuming these hyper palatable junk foods, all right? And comfort eating is something that we really have to be conscious and aware of. And I'm going to have a separate video to have some strategies on how to deal with comfort eating and to replace some of these highly palatable, hyper palatable junk foods with healthier alternatives, okay? So, number 2, access to healthy food. So, a lot of times, as I was saying, a lot of our people are in food deserts, as they call them. In the inner cities and other areas, you are surrounded by convenience stores and fast food restaurant chains, which really don't offer any very healthy food options, okay? And so a lot of times our people have access to junk food, primarily junk food, okay? And their access to health food is diminished and not as equal as someone who's living in another area where they have access to farmers markets regularly and fresh produce and fruits and healthy restaurants and healthy stores like Whole Foods and things of that nature. And a lot of times, unfortunately, in certain communities of color, we don't have the same access to those health foods, okay, and the fresh produce that we see in other areas, more affluent areas, or in just suburbs and other areas, okay? So that's the second reason why a lot of times our people end up consuming a disproportionate amount of junk food, all right, from these convenience stores and these fast food chains, which are really selling drugs essentially, because these highly palatable foods are almost not foods, okay? Junk food isn't food really. It's just a type of drug. I'm guilty of eating it. So again, this is a non-judgment zone. This video isn't here to criticize or to judge. It's just to help us recognize things that are disproportionately affecting our communities, okay? Communities of color around the world. So that's the second reason. The third reason is our tradition. So in America, African Americans have a tradition of soul food, okay? It's a beautiful tradition of infusing our West African heritage with the new foods we were introduced to when we were captured and enslaved and inhumanely brought to the United States. We came up with a tradition known as soul food. Now, again, the origins of it are beautiful. It's about survival. It's about adaptation, adapting our West African traditions with these new foods. But unfortunately, because of the history, our enslaved ancestors were given the scraps or the leftovers, and we had to ingeniously make these foods taste good. So we knew our West African heritage, and we knew that we could add certain ingredients like a lot of salt and fat to really make these leftover foods, these scraps like pigtails and pig's feet and pig ears and intestines. We knew how to make them taste miraculously delicious, okay? And that is something to really admire about our people. Okay. However, now we are becoming addicted to these foods because they're hyper palatable, because they're high in salt, sugar, and fat. All right. Again, they benefited us because we were able to take scraps and make them into delicious meals. But now we're going to have to revamp soul food. And there are plenty of soul food books out there which give you healthy soul food options, plant-based soul food options, which still allow us to celebrate our rich heritage without putting on the extra pounds and increasing our likelihood of high blood pressure, obesity, and diabetes. Okay, because at the end of the day, we can celebrate our heritage without increasing our likelihood of getting these horrible diseases. So we can celebrate soul food, we can enrich our lives with soul food, but we're going to have to learn to alter the soul food to better fit our health and our wellness, all right? Fourth reason, lack of awareness. Oftentimes in our communities, we've seen how wellness and health are not taught, okay? And that goes in across communities across America in general. Health and wellness now to the youngsters is being taught a little bit, but oftentimes it's just one class and it really doesn't go into details. There's a plethora and a wealth of information about how to eat, what to eat, and everyone really needs to understand this information because it's your health, right? You're responsible for taking care of your own body, not your doctor. You're responsible for your body and for your health. So Anton's class, we're going to be here for you, this community, to help us uncover what wellness means, how to approach wellness, and different paths to wellness, healthy diet plans, nutrition plans, fitness plans. Hey guys, just a quick pause in the video. I want to remind you to please stick through till the end of the video. I have an awesome treat in store for you guys, okay? I'm going to be collaborating with this fantastic fitness trainer and model stationed out of Cape Town, South Africa. He has tons of inspirational and exciting videos and workout routines. This is him, Nkosi. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram, subscribe to his YouTube channel, but absolutely stick to the end of the video because you're going to be in for an awesome treat featuring Nkosi. And different methods for you to find the best wellness that works for you. Okay, that's what I'm here for, and that's what being a health and wellness coach is all about. And doctors oftentimes just prescribe. All right, this is not a video about hating on doctors. Doctors serve a very important purpose in the world. I'm not a doctor. Doctors serve a very important and pivotal point in the world. They serve as healthcare providers. However, which is often the case in the West, doctors don't get a lot of practice in nutrition. Their schooling, out of all that schooling, they often get hardly any information about nutrition and how to prevent diseases. They're very good on treating diseases, but they're not oftentimes really well versed in how to prevent diseases through lifestyle modification and through diet and nutrition, okay? So that's what health and wellness coaches are here for, to really help you understand and unravel how to prevent the diseases from coming on in the first place, okay? So of course, again, this is not to crap on doctors. Doctors are important. Definitely consult your doctors before you implement any dietary or exercise changes if you feel that that's right for you. However, oftentimes in the West, and probably all over the world, doctors are very comfortable prescribing, and we want to prevent getting to those places of disease and illness if we can. All right. And oftentimes these diseases are preventable because I'm talking about lifestyle diseases. Okay. Again, the big ones: obesity, cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, diabetes. Most of the time, these are preventable diseases. So number 5 on this list is time constraints. So I know a lot of people are working full time or working multiple jobs. We have families, and this makes it hard to eat healthy and to have a healthy, well-balanced diet and a healthy exercise routine. But again, on Anton's class, we're going to have an entire community of people who are making it work. So if you're working full time, we're still going to have exercise plans and diet plans and exercise routines for you. And if you have a family, we're going to think of creative ways. And you guys, of course, are part of this community. So you're going to help think of creative ways. In the comments, you can leave your suggestions on how you make it work, how you're still able to go to the gym or work out from home or take walks or eat healthy with a family or on a budget, okay? Because I like to live on a budget as much as possible, and you can eat healthy on a budget, absolutely, okay? And I know that's a concern for a lot of people, is the amount of money. That's a myth. It doesn't cost more to eat healthy. It actually costs more to eat unhealthy, especially when you figure in the cost of medical bills and medical expenses when you eat unhealthy, okay? You have to consider that as well. Number 6 is social eating. So social eating is when you're in a social setting and your friends and family are eating junk food. So even if you're on a healthy eating journey, oftentimes, myself included, when I'm around my friends and family and they're eating junk food, I oftentimes will participate in that eating. One moment. So don't feel bad. We all do that. But there's a time and place for doing that. And if you're overdoing it, or if you're saying, I'm just going to throw out my entire healthy eating journey because I'm going to this party on Saturday and my family's going to be eating fried chicken and all kinds of junk food, that's not a healthy practice, okay? And I would like to encourage you to start maybe bringing some of your healthy foods to the family cookout, all right? Introducing your family to these healthier alternatives, all right? So social eating and social drinking, alcohol will sneak up on you guys too, okay? So for those of you who like to have a drink out there, remember that does affect your health. 1 or 2 drinks occasionally is okay, but when it starts to get overboard, you've got to watch it, all right? And some people have little self-control when it comes to the alcohol, so you might want to let it go altogether and find a healthier alternative, all right? So that about wraps this up, but not yet actually, because I wanted to go ahead and introduce you guys to a friend of mine who's stationed out of Cape Town, South Africa. His name's Nkosi, and we're all about supporting other Black-owned businesses. And he is a workout coach and a workout model, and he has a lot of fun, exciting workout routines over on his channel. You should go check him out, definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the video over to my friend Nkosi in Cape Town. If you guys are in South Africa, definitely get in touch with him. And if you're anywhere in the world, you can get in touch with him, of course, because we have online, and he could help you out with your workout routine. He has these really exciting outdoor and very inspirational workouts, you guys. So I definitely think you should go check out Nkosi. All right, so let me go ahead and pass the video on over to him. I'll see you guys. Bye.
Thank you for the introduction, Anton. It's Nkosi with the Untold Stories 7785, Cape Town, South Africa. And today I would love to share with you guys a small workout that I used to incorporate in my fitness journey when I started working out and when I started training people from home. Since it's COVID, couldn't go to the gym, and people at home, realistically, when you make a home workout, you can't put expensive gym equipment, or even you can't use gym equipment, because not everybody has access to that. So to make my workouts universal to everybody, I like using things that anybody can find in their houses. So today I'm using a water bottle, 25 liter and a 5 liter. My friend Nkosi, who I've been training for more than a year right now, he doesn't take any supplements. He's not on any expensive eating plans. He eats what his mommy cooks. So do I. And yeah, guys, hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you right after.
The situation might be hard. There are going to be dark days that you will feel like giving up. Days so hard that you will feel like giving up is the only option. Will you let your dreams fly away like a kite in a storm? That's the question. You are a champion. Stop doubting yourself. Get up. Get up from the comfort zone. As a team, we can do this. Stop failing yourself. It may take you twice as long. Have faith. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Don't jeopardize yourself from earning what's yours. Easy come is easy go. Your time will come. Be patient. It may not be now. Have faith. It may not be next year. Keep the faith. It may not be 5 years from now. Keep the faith. The moral of the story is that you will never know when it's your time to shine. Good things take time. You will never win a battle against yourself. Stop doubting yourself.
Welcome back, beautiful people. That was a Nkosi with a water bottle workout. Wasn't very specific, just something quick to show you guys and give you guys an idea of things that you can do for your fitness journey. And please, guys, don't be shy. Send the questions. I am literally waiting for questions. I love answering. I love sharing my knowledge. Like Anton said, black businesses, black empowerment. Please, guys, and if you would love to work with me or Anton, don't be shy. We're open to work with a lot of people. And yeah, there's a Nkosi, like I said, no supplements, no crazy eating diets, nothing expensive. It's all cheap, free if you live with your parents and you don't do much. So guys, thank you. I'm gonna give you guys a small video next. Hope you enjoy it, and bye. So don't ever doubt yourself. If you find your passion in life and stick to it, you will win. Like we said, it might not be now. Have faith. Might not be tomorrow. Keep the faith. It might not be 10 years from now. Keep the faith. Bye. And please remember, it's Untold Stories 7785. Love.
All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the time you spent over in Cape Town, South Africa with my friend Nkosi. And yeah, thank you for stopping by Anton's class. This is where we journey together and get well together. If you haven't checked out my videos yet on my experience of Rwanda, definitely go and check those out. And subscribe to this channel, and of course subscribe to Nkosi's channel over at Untold Stories. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time. Please stay tuned to Anton's class.